Radio
There you go.
Rebellion.
Dot and Bubble. Oti, last
We were
week we
waiting
had
for this one.
73 yards. I was very excited for Dot and Bubble about the comment that you had sent me months and months ago. RTD. I think it said if you like
Well Yonder.
Wild Blue Yonder, keep an eye for Dot and Bubble. So I've been extremely excited. I don't want to say I was let down because the final 15 minutes saved it. The first half, it was cool, but maybe my expectations were running high. But that ending, dude, come on. Round of applause for everyone involved in that ending.
Um, while I was watching it, I was constantly like, "What does this have to do with Wobbly
Yeah.
Yonder?" Like, this is like a very. It felt a lot of a lot like Love and Monsters, that David Tennant episode where the Doctor is barely in it.
Mhm.
Um, it's it's a Tennant and Rose episode. But that ending, like, it came out of
Yeah.
nowhere. And I don't know if you've seen people tweeting about it, but like there are hints across the episode of what's really going on. Um, but you just don't know. You just think
Mhm.
she's being a dick just to be a dick.
Yeah.
But wow, like
Yeah.
that came out of nowhere, and it was awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I
I
won't
gotta
say it
go.
was awesome. It was great.
Yeah. I gotta rewatch some of it or see some of the comments to see what. Yeah, because as you're watching the show, you're not paying attention to it. I know she kind of was blocking people, just sending, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want. So maybe that's what. But it reminded me of a very light version of the Black Mirror episode with Bryce Dallas Howard, I think it is, right? They just need to get likes and
Oh,
doing everything for likes on it. So it kind of had that vibe, but more a family friendly type. And of course, in this huge world of social media that we live in, so it's very timely, I guess. But like,
oh,
okay, it's fun. You
dude,
got
that that
doesn't know how to walk without the GPS, but
that I thought Doctor Who is never subtle with its commentary, but I
mm,
think it was very clever. Like the whole thing, I can't walk without the GPS.
yeah,
Like, put down your bubble. Like, no, I'm not gonna get out of my bubble. Like,
yeah,
watch the real world. Like, no.
yeah,
That I think that was like pretty brilliant. Like,
yeah,
and the fact that they're working, but they're still like on social media
yeah.
constantly.
They only know how to get to the job because the job is telling you how to get there. I sit here for 2 hours. It's too much. I gotta go because we're just rich kids now. Our parents send us to a special university, basically, a special world. I'm just gonna
And
highlight this by Alan real quick. I could like they say, list your names in alphabetical orders. We'll send these weird
the
creatures again.
slugs.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna mention something. Oh, that whole thing. Like, oh, who do you work with? Oh, I work with this and that. And are they there? Like, yeah. Have you seen them? I was like, no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the episode was quite clever with that commentary. I
Yeah.
really liked it.
Yeah. I mean all that was good. Again, I was and it's our second episode where the doctor's almost out of it. So I'm like, come on, I want the doctor. But they're still working through it.
Um, I was thinking the same thing while I was watching it. Um, and yes, it was a very mid Doctor Who episode. Like at
Mm.
that point, I thought I liked it because the slugs were ridiculous,
Yeah.
but
You would
it's
expect a giant evil creature. You
and
just
they're so slow. They're like,
but worse,
uh,
because that's the point of the whole bubble. You're just walking blind into the
y-
mouth of these slugs.
yeah. So like in that sense, I was like kind of, when they got to that place at the end when they're packing,
Hmm.
I was like, well, that was fine, I guess. Like, I didn't hate the episode, I didn't
Yeah,
love it, but then that happens,
yeah,
and that's what I wanted to get to. Like, I was getting frustrated because I was like, it's been 2 episodes that the Doctor has not been the focus of, and it's funny because he then comes in at the end and he's like, nah, this is my
this is
show.
my show. It proves what a great doctor Ncuti is.
Supposedly that was the first
I just read,
scene he
and
recorded.
then 73 yards was Millie's first.
Like Russell just threw them into the wolves.
Yeah,
He was just like, "Nah, here you go, run."
yeah. But before that, when the show started taking a turn for me, it was when freaking Lindy
Rick
Pepper-Bean
kills Ricky
just
September.
threw Ricky September down the under the bus. Said, "Oh, his actual name is blah blah blah, and that's come before P." So
Check.
check. And he's like, "Fucking bitch! I just saved your life." And she's like, "Peace out,
I
dude."
I I was obsessed with Ricky September and with Gothic Paul. Like,
Oh,
there's a
God.
character named Gothic Paul in
Yeah.
Doctor Who, and he's kind of a goth.
hmm I was trying to find what is it. Everyone has a nickname. You say, "Well, the nickname." So, oh, the thing because Ricky September and Pepper and someone else, they're all blonde, and that's like, oh, maybe only the blonde kids are safe. But
I
no,
love
it's
like the random
alphabet.
questions the doctor would ask her, like, "Is it something you eat? Is there something
Oh,
you don't eat?" It's
and then of course Susan Twist has to be her mom.
great. I love that cameo. Like,
Yeah,
them be like, "Wait, do we? No, she's the person from the ambulance. No, we know her from that other thing."
yeah. So I'm happy they're starting to recognize her. I think Ruby recognized her last time because she
In
kind
that
of
scene.
asked, "Oh, then I see, don't I know you?" Which okay, finally we're gonna get to that point in a bit. But that ending when it's like, no, I got a ship. I can just put all of you in here, and I can save you all. Or you're gonna go out there and you're gonna die. Yeah, we're good. We're leaving. And then I can't remember what she said. It's like, I don't care what you think about me or what you say. I just want to save you.
No, she tells him like, we don't really hang out with people like
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Like showing up in my bubble was bad enough, and now like in person you're
Yeah.
pushing it. Like, oh god, that got cringe so fast.
Oh, yeah. At first, I kind of took it. I didn't go to the racial thing straight on. It's like when you create this kind of parasocial relationship with people online, or you talk things online that you wouldn't say in real person. I kind of
Oh,
saw it that way. But then when the other guy's like, come on before you get infected or something, it's like, oh. It's like when he just breaks down, dude.
I mean, like I love that moment because this is a reboot of Doctor Who of
Mhm.
sorts. Like, yes, it's continuing the story, but it's an entry point for a lot of people. And that scene just shows you what the Doctor is about.
Yeah, he
Because
does.
I don't think the Doctor is sad that he was discriminated against. Like,
Hmm.
this guy has been through everything. He's been a billion people. He's done a lot of things. I think it was more like the frustration that
Hmm.
these people are just so obtuse that they prefer to die rather than to come with me.
Yeah.
And it's that we see like his obsession with saving people and not being able to do it, like because they're so obtuse, just breaks him down.
Hmm.
And that ending when he's getting into a TARDIS with the music, I was like,
Yeah.
is
Oh,
it
that
gonna break
music.
bad now? Like, are we
Yeah.
gonna have a Capaldi moment?
I really hope that this carries on to the next episode, or that something carries on, because every episode has been very serialized or very episodic, I should say.
I mean,
Which is Doctor Who, I know, but some things carry on. So I hope that it doesn't just go straight into the Bridgerton. That there's even if there's a talk between him and Ruby on the TARDIS before they land wherever they're going, because that was a very emotional thing for him. Like you said, the impact of him just, I just want to save you guys. Think what you want about me. I don't care. It's my job to save people, basically. And to be rejected in that sense, it's like, it has to hurt. Obviously, you can see him breaking down. Do a little bit with it before now. Let's forget about it and let's go to Bridgerton. Okay, I'll take it. Give me something.
being Doctor Who, I can see both.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can see
sure.
them be like, no, that'll come back in the finale. But yeah, man, this Doctor is very emotional, which I like.
Hmm.
Like I remember Jodie, she didn't even want to mention Gallifrey.
Oh yeah,
And this Doctor, like in the first episode, like, yeah, no, I'm a Tyler, and everyone died, then they came
I'm the
back,
only
then they
one.
died again. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks, but whatever.
Yeah. I love Ncuti because the way he changes between just being this happy-go-lucky person to then being angry or frustrated, just in the same sentence, he will just switch it. And you can see it happened in that first episode, in that same scene that you mentioned, and then it happened here at the end, and that makes for a great Doctor because that's again, that's his whole thing. I just travel around the galaxy and I help people. And to be thrown like, nah, we prefer to go and probably die in the wild woods instead of getting help from someone like you. It's like, I got a sting.
And I do want to mention that also, like, one of my frustrations with Jodie's arc is that I thought the script never gave her that duality.
Sure.
I think like every episode kept her very one note. Very few times did they drift away and like explore different emotions with her. And I was kind of getting frustrated with Ncuti and this, because I hadn't seen, like, in Boom we get a couple moments. I love that moment. Do you get it, Ruby? Ruby, do you get it? Do you get it?
Faith
but like
Gaio.
this scene, like, wow.
Yeah.
It was very and while I was waiting for the episode to air, I watched the Pandorica, and for me that's the greatest Doctor moment ever.
Yeah.
And like that, this got very close for me. Like, it was a great moment.
This is one when you do your 15 Doctor recap at some point, you'll go back to, you always have on your show.
You're gonna have to hear that clip.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to hear that clip.
All right. So this is why we have shows like this. And I'm sorry that Alan had to go through this, but Alan mentioned the contaminated word reminds me a lot of coworkers that make comments at Filipino food. You just keep your mouth shut. Why you gotta make comments like this? Oh yeah. But yeah, great ending. Episode okay, but a great ending to Dot and Bubble. We only have 3 episodes left. I don't even know.
I'll go a little bit more optimistic. I really liked the episode. I think it was fine, but like how it led up to that moment, it came out of nowhere, but it didn't feel out of place.
Oh no, I think it's what.
She had been such a jerk the whole time, and then realizing the whole episode is about saving this horrible person.
Yeah, it's something I think if I go watch it again, then I'll start seeing all the hints. Because even during the episode, I did think, why isn't she blocking Ruby? Because she blocked Ncuti, the doctor. Okay, get out of here, you're blocked. And I blocked you. Unblock? Come on. I mute you. Unmute, sweet. I got a screwdriver. But yeah, but she was listening to everything that Ruby was saying. So they're there. I just didn't pick up on them.
And I just want to continue mentioning, I love Ruby Sunday. She has my heart.
She's a very good companion. All right, so next week we have the Bridgerton episode, and
with Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan Groff will be there. And I'll say again, maybe it's the Disneyfication of it, that the budget is better and all the people at my house are watching. Like my wife is watching Doctor Who, and when they saw the Bridgerton clip at the end, said, "Oh, you gotta watch the next episode because it's Bridgerton," and they just watch it with my daughter. So it's like, all right, come on, Doctor Who family. I can't believe